There's a lot of things to know and learn. Canning is really a very simple thing, provided that you follow the right directions, provided that you follow temperatures and times, and just pay close attention. You want your jars to be filled, nice and full when you put them in, so it looks like maybe 4 pieces per. But this longer processing time is going to ensure that all of the heat gets all the way to the center of those pears. Hi, my name is Tom Small. I'm a chef in the Seattle area, and today we're going to talk about preserving. You know, preserving is something that used to be so essential 100 years ago in the past, when people needed to preserve the food that they were growing and harvesting in order to be able to eat throughout the winter months, be able to eat throughout the year. Today it's changed a little bit with the growth of canned goods in the grocery store and the freezer section and all of those things. Canning and preserving has kind of become a thing of the past. So now it's really more of a hobby art more than anything else. But the reality is that there's really some great things that we can do with food preservation, with canning, with using our own crops in our gardens, with just making some really special and unique things. There's a lot of technical details. There's a lot of things to know and learn. Canning is really a very simple thing, provided that you follow the right directions, provided that you follow temperatures and times, and just pay close attention to keep a really clean environment. All of those things will make your canning experience super. So how do we know when we need to do water bath canning and when we need to do pressure canning? Well, it all comes down to the amount of acid that's in the food. Food that is more acidic or more sour is going to be safer boiled at lower temperatures. Okay, so you can see that my canner has come up to a full boil, and so I'm going to start my timer and allow it to process for 15 minutes to fully can the applesauce. And because of that, I wanted it to be really easy to make and really stable. So a lot of times when you make lemon curd, you'll do a double boiler. So that means putting a couple inches of water in the bottom of a pan, putting a bowl on top, and then whisking in there. And it's a very safe way to cook. It takes a long time for this stuff to come up to temperature. There's much less chance of scrambling the eggs. But what I did was, by adjusting the lemon juice and the sugar and those kinds of things a little bit, this is a much more stable recipe. So that's not going to contribute a lot of flavor, it's just going to contribute the acid. We'll close it up and then we'll pulse it. And I usually do 2-second pulses and then stop. That lets everything settle down. So depending on the particular fruit that you're doing, either it be a dry fruit that you're cutting into large chunks or something really juicy like strawberries or those types of things, or even rhubarb, we're going to be able to use slightly different methods. It's important to talk a little bit about choosing the right fruit for canning. I know when we are eating a piece of fruit, we're looking for the thing that's perfectly ripe, that's just perfectly ready to go and eat, and soft but not bruised yet. With canning, it's a little bit different than that.